Imagine two software companies for a second. Both launched in the exact same year. Both raised similar funding. Both even have incredible, highly rated products. But here is the crazy part. One gets recommended by ChatGPT 50 times a day to potential buyers, and the other gets mentioned 0 times. Literally 0. Same category, same quality, radically different outcomes. You've probably seen this happen, right? Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack exactly why identical companies get such wildly different outcomes in AI recommendations. So, pose this question to yourself right now. Why does ChatGPT recommend your competitor but completely ignore you? If you're a brand manager or founder, this is arguably the most expensive problem you're facing today. It's the problem of AI invisibility. Look, people used to think AI just randomly picked brands, or that it pulled from some static, unchangeable database and there was nothing you could do about it. But that simply isn't true. We're going to look directly at the documentation from companies like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic to show you exactly how to fix this. And we really have to figure this out because the stakes are insanely high. Think about this statistic from the SEO platform Ahrefs. 96.55% of content gets absolutely zero traffic from Google. Let that sink in. Almost everything published online is just screaming into the void through traditional search. And now, users are rapidly shifting away from classic search engines and moving straight to AI answer engines like ChatGPT and Claude. That tiny window of visibility is shifting again. The old playbook is officially dead. Let's get into Section 1, how answer engines actually work. It's time to decode the black box. Okay, let's look at how these systems actually process your queries, straight from OpenAI's own API documentation. When someone asks ChatGPT about your industry, it doesn't just run one basic search. It has 3 distinct methods. First, you've got non-reasoning search. This is for quick lookups, where the model just grabs a tool response without much internal planning. Then there's agentic search. This is where the reasoning models actively manage the search process. They analyze the results and actually decide, hey, do I need to keep searching to get a complete picture here? Finally, there's deep research. This is a massive multi-step investigation where the AI sources hundreds of pages and runs for several minutes. The crucial takeaway? Advanced models aren't just matching keywords. They are actively evaluating and synthesizing data across hundreds of sources to decide who to recommend. And this brilliantly illustrates how the AI proves its work. Let's look at Anthropic's Claude API. When Claude processes information to give you an answer, it uses a feature literally called citations. The API actually breaks down plain text and PDFs, chunking them into individual sentences. Why? So it can verify facts and interleave standard citation blocks right into the text it generates. It is structurally designed to attach source URLs to specific claims. So if your brand's claims aren't living in documents that these AI models can cleanly chunk and cite, you simply don't get recommended. Period. Moving right along to Section 2, Answer Engine Optimization Explained. Let's talk about this strategic shift. We're in the middle of a massive transition here. HubSpot's insights make this super clear. For 2 decades, traditional SEO relied on backlinks as the ultimate currency of trust. More links meant Google ranked you higher. But in this new era of AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, and Generative Engine Optimization, citations are the new backlinks. AI engines aren't just blindly counting links. They're looking at how often your brand is mentioned in context, across authoritative sources, as the actual solution to a specific problem. Citations are replacing traditional backlinks as the primary trust metric. Which brings us to Section 3, why community authority matters. Let's find out exactly where these citations need to live. I absolutely love this quote. It comes from Haram, an agency specializing in AEO. AI doesn't think, it remembers. This is the perfect metaphor for everything we're talking about today. Think about it like this. Traditional Google is a librarian who runs to the shelves every time you ask a question. But ChatGPT? It's a librarian who already read every book, memorized the important parts, and now synthesizes answers from memory. The AI prioritizes information that consistently appears across trusted sources in its training data. If you only exist on your own perfectly optimized website, the librarian might see you, but they won't remember you. To be remembered, you have to be everywhere the AI goes to learn. So where exactly does the AI go to learn? Haram's research points directly to platforms with heavy community authority. We're talking about Reddit, Quora, Wikipedia, Trustpilot, and even YouTube comments. They found that Reddit heavily dominates product recommendation queries, while Quora is a massive influencer for how-to advice. When a model like ChatGPT is trying to figure out what the quote-unquote best software is, it's not looking at your landing page. It's synthesizing the public consensus from these exact community platforms. And we don't just have to take an agency's word for it. Google's own Search Central documentation validates this. Google says their AI mode uses a technique called query fanout. When a user asks a nuanced question, the AI actually issues multiple related subtopic searches in the background. It is specifically trying to display a wider, more diverse set of helpful links than a classic web search would. It's actively hunting for those messy, diverse, supporting community conversations to back up its generative response. All right, let's get into Section 4, Tracking Your AI Visibility. Here is your execution playbook. Here is a concrete 4-stage methodology mapped out by Hiram for actually building that authentic community authority. Step 1 is a brand audit. You literally need to test prompts across different models to see your current AI visibility and find competitor gaps. Step 2 is a custom strategy, building an AEO playbook specific to your category. Step 3 is full execution, and listen, this means community-native participation. Do not use fake reviews or automated bots because AI is getting incredibly good at filtering out spam. Finally, step 4 is data-informed iteration. Use clear metrics to see what the AI is actually citing and double down on it. Now, as you get ready to execute this, I want to share a surprising fact straight from Google Search Central that should relieve a lot of technical anxiety. To appear in Google's AI features, there is, quote, no additional markup necessary. Seriously, you don't need to panic and hire someone to invent special schema or complex AI text files for your website. Foundational SEO best practices still govern crawling. If your site is accessible and crawlable, you are technically ready. The real battle is that off-page community authority we just talked about. To wrap up our action plan, you need to know if your efforts are actually working, right? Here are the tools you can use today. SEMrush just launched their AI Visibility Toolkit, which is fantastic for tracking prompt rankings and seeing how LLMs talk about you. HubSpot offers emerging AOE tools to discover visibility gaps. And of course, Google Search Console is still vital. Traffic from AI overviews is currently reported right under the standard web search type in your performance report. Use these tools to monitor your prompts and track that high-quality AI traffic. Which leaves us with this final, absolutely critical question. If AI is fundamentally just summarizing the internet's conversations, what is it saying about your brand today? Are you out there actively shaping that conversation across Reddit, Quora, and trusted platforms? Or are you leaving your brand's AI reputation entirely to chance? It's time to take control of your narrative within the AI dataset. Start building that community authority, and you won't just be visible, you will be the recommended answer. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, guys. I highly encourage you to go run an AI brand audit for yourself today.